Now welcome to the second lecture in Animal Kingdom. In the first lecture we discussed about non-chordates, the 10 phylums which come under non-chordates we discussed from Porifera to Hemichordata. Now in the second lecture we'll discuss exclusively about the phylum Chordata. Right? So what are the fundamental characters of chordates? If you see, like what made them to be chordates means they should possess notochord. So what is notochord? Notochord is rod-like structure, mesodermally derived, dorsally present, right? So that is notochord. Those animals which are having notochord are called as chordates. So what are the fundamental characters of the phylum Chordata means having notochord, and notochord is which dermally derived. It is mesodermally derived. It is on the dorsal side. The animals which have notochord are called as chordates, right? That is one fundamental character. And the second fundamental character is they should have nerve cord also. The nerve cord should be dorsally located. This is the dorsal side and this is the ventral side. In chordates, the nerve cord is dorsally located. So dorsal nerve cord, and nerve cord is ectodermally derived. And the third one, that chordates have paired pharyngeal gill slits. They have paired pharyngeal gill slits. So here is a diagram. You can see these are the paired pharyngeal gill slits. That's one chordate character. Second one is it should have notochord. That's another character. And third one is it should have dorsal nerve cord. And the fourth character is presence of post-anal tail. Here you can see it is having post-anal tail. So these are the four typical chordate characters that I wrote it here. The fundamental characters or the four typical characters you can see in the diagram also, and the NCERT also says that, right? Now, apart from that, what are the other characteristics if you see? So, this is an advanced phylum. It will have organ system, digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, excretory system. So, it will have organ system level of symmetry. And they are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploblastic and they are true coelomates. They are coelomates. And heart is ventrally located. So, heart is ventrally located and we have closed circulatory system. They are coelomates, triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, organ system level of formation. These are the other characteristics. And if you have to differentiate between non-chordates and chordates, see, chordates you told notochord is present. In non-chordates, notochord is absent. And coming to the nerve cord or the nervous system, here the nervous system of chordates, where is our nervous system? Where is the spinal cord? So this side, right? So our nervous system is dorsal. So here say it is ventral. Our nervous system is single. So say it's double here. Our nervous system is hollow through which the cerebrospinal fluid will flow. Say opposite, that is solid here. Our nervous system is non-ganglionated. Here it should be ganglionated. Ours is central. Yours is lateral. Double you are telling means this side, two will go. So what is the second characteristic? The first characteristic we told chordates have notochord, non-chordates will not have notochord. The second characteristic is in non-chordates, the nervous system is solid for us. For chordates it is hollow and it is dorsal for us. Here it is ventral. For us it is single, it is double. For us it is non-ganglionated, here it is ganglionated, and for us it is central, here it is lateral. This is the second difference. And third one, pharyngeal gill slits are absent in non-chordates. We have seen from Porifera to Hemichordata. We did not say that pharynx is there or gill slits are there. So pharyngeal gill slits are absent. And next one, post-anal tail is also absent. And for us, heart is ventral. So in chordates, if heart is there, then it is dorsal. Heart is dorsal in non-chordates. Come on, children, tell me. What are the non-chordate characters? So these four are absent. Notochord is absent. Pharyngeal gill slits are absent. Post-anal tail is absent. And coming to nerve cord, you have to tell all opposites with us. And for us, heart is ventral, means your heart is dorsal. So these are the differences between chordates and non-chordates, and that is a diagram which symbolizes or which shows all the four typical chordate characters. Now coming to chordata, chordata is divided into three subphylums. It's divided into three subphylums. The first subphylum is called EUROCHORDATA. Second subphylum is called CEPHALOCHORDATA, and the third subphylum is called VERTEBRATA. So chordates are divided into three subphylums: EUROCHORDATA, CEPHALOCHORDATA, and VERTEBRATA. Vertebrata is an advanced subphylum, means EUROCHORDATA and CEPHALOCHORDATA. These two are called as protochordates. EUROCHORDATA and CEPHALOCHORDAtes, they are called as, these two are called as protochordates. means they are primitive, and vertebrata is an advanced chordate, right? So EUROCHORDATA is also called as tunicata because the body is covered by a membrane, tunica, which is made up of animal cellulose. So having tunic, it is called as tunicata. And EUROCHORDATA and CEPHALOCHORDATA, both of them are exclusively marine. Both of them are exclusively marine. Exclusively marine here also exclusively marine. Since both of them are chordates, they should have notochord. Now coming to EUROCHORDATA, here the notochord is present only in the larva, that too only in the tail. So notochord is seen only in the larval tail. So that is a character of EUROCHORDATA. And coming to CEPHALOCHORDATA, we can call them as true chordates. Why are we calling them as true chordates? Means they have notochord throughout their life. They have notochord from head to tail. They have notochord from head to tail, and they have notochord throughout the life. So which makes CEPHALOCHORDATA to be called as a true chordate, right? And the examples of EUROCHORDATA, this is a diagram in NCERT they have given for EUROCHORDATA. So EUROCHORDATA examples, I made a code to memorize EUROCHORDATA. The code is euro. It's a currency of euro. USA is currency is dollar, right? So here if you say euro is a currency of euro, USA, U stands for EUROCHORDATA. S stands for Salpa. And A stands for Ascidia. This is the diagram of Ascidia. And USA currency is dollar. Dollar stands for Doliolum. That's it. So with this, we USA currency is dollar. With this, we are memorizing EUROCHORDATA characters. So USA, U stands for euro, S stands for Salpa, A stands for Ascidia. This is Ascidia, and dollar stands for Doliolum. So this is about EUROCHORDATA, tunicata. Now come to the second subphylum, that is CEPHALOCHORDATA. So CEPHALOCHORDATA also we told they're exclusively marine, and they're called as true chordates because the notochord is present from head to tail. And how to memorize the examples of CEPHALOCHORDATES? So cephalics means head and brain, we can say. So cephalics should memorize you about brain. Now if you remember, right, so you can easily write down brachiostoma. One example of CEPHALOCHORDATA with brain, we have to memorize brachiostoma. And CEPHALOCHORDATA is between EUROCHORDATA and vertebrata, right? CEPHALOCHORDATA is between EUROCHORDATA and vertebrata. Between, middle means amphi. So brachiostoma other name is amphioxus. So amphioxus. Amphi should memorize you about amphioxus. And amphioxus is also called lancelets. Brachiostoma is only called amphioxus, it's only called lancets. Okay, for CEPHALOCHORDATA, so cephalic should memorize you about brain. Brain should take you to brachiostoma, and CEPHALOCHORDATA is between EUROCHORDATA and vertebrata. So here, in between means amphi. Amphi should take you to amphioxus and lancets. So that is about CEPHALOCHORDATES. Take a screenshot, then we'll talk about vertebrata. Now, so we'll see in NCERT they have given a flow chart. They have divided the phylum vertebrata. That also we will see now. So now exclusively let us see about vertebrata. Euro and CEPHALOCHORDATA, I told both of them are protochordates. Now vertebrata is an advanced chordate. Now this vertebrata I will write down here. Vertebrata is divided into two divisions. On which basis we are dividing them into two divisions? It is having jaws or no jaws. If jaws are not there, what do you call them? If jaws are there, what do you call them? Jaw means gnatha. If jaws are not there, it's called agnatha. If jaws are there, then it's called gnatho. Jaws are there, and where it is near to the mouth, gnathostomata. So no jaws is called as a gnatha. Jaws are not there. Here, gnatho. Where are the gnatho jaws present? With the stomata, mouth. So we are dividing vertebrata subphylum into two divisions on the basis of absence of jaws or presence of jaws. Now coming to the division agnatha. In agnatha there is one class The class of AGNATHA is called as cyclostoma. The class of AGNATHA is called as cyclostoma. Since jaws are not there, the stoma is cyclic, means circular mouth. So the animals or the the fish which is having circular mouth, it comes under AGNATHA. Now coming to GNATHOSTOMATA, GNATHOSTOMATA is divided into two superclasses. On what basis you are dividing them? Whether they are having fins or whether they are having limbs. If they are having fins, call them as PSICES. If they are having limbs, call them as tetrapods. So, phylum is Chordata. Now, under that, Vertebrata is the subphylum. Under Vertebrata, the division is GNATHOSTOMATA. Under GNATHOSTOMATA, the superclass which is having fins is called as PSICES or fishes, and the one which have limbs is called as tetrapods. Now in fishes, the fishes where bony skeleton is there or cartilaginous skeleton is there, on that we can divide the fishes into two classes. What are the classes? Bony fishes and cartilaginous fishes. Now, bony fishes are called as ostrictites. Cartilaginous fishes are called chondrictites. Bony fishes are called ostrictites. Cartilaginous fishes are called chondrictites. So, this is about fishes. Now, coming to tetrapods. Tetrapods are divided into four classes. The first class is amphibia. Next class is reptilia. Third class is AVES. And the fourth one is mammalia. Now the tetrapods are divided into four classes. First one is amphibia. The second one is reptilia. And the third one is AVES. And the fourth one, the advanced class where we belong, is called as mammalia. So this is a subclassification of vertebrata. Take a screenshot, then we will talk in detail about cyclostomes. Under division AGNATHA, the class is called CYCLOSTOMATA. Now, there is one class which is extinct. The class which is existing is called as CYCLOSTOMATA. So, jaws are not there. Since jaws are not there, it has a circular mouth. CYCLOSTOMATA, circular mouth is a characteristic, right? Now, what are the characteristics of cyclostomes? Let us see. Now, these members, all members are parasites. Parasites on some fishes, ectoparasites. So, they are ectoparasites on some fishes. And how many gill slits do they have? 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits they have. They are chordates. They should have pharyngeal gill slits. How many gill slits are there? 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits are there. And the mouth, since they are parasites, they have sucking mouth or circular mouth, and they don't have jaws because it comes under the division called AGNATHA. Now the body is devoid of scales. Here you can see on the body. Body is eel-like and body is not having any scales. And paired fins are also absent. So here fin is there, this side fin is not there. Here fin is there, here fin is not there. So body is devoid of scales also, body is devoid of paired fins also. The cranium and the vertebral column are cartilaginous. Cranium is also cartilaginous and the vertebral column is also cartilaginous, giving a flexible eel-like body to it. And circulation, we studied that all of them should have closed circulatory system. So they have closed circulatory system. And we wrote all are marine, right? So they are, let's write down, all of them are marine. All members are marine. So they are in seawater. They go to fresh water for spawning, for laying eggs. The migration from marine water to fresh water is called as anadromous migration. They exhibit anadromous migration. Now they use all the energy, migrating from marine water to fresh water, and they have to come against the water flow. So they spend all the energy for laying the eggs, right? So after few days, they die. After spawning, within few days, they die. So in the question paper, in statements, if they give within few hours, it will die. That also will make a statement wrong. So that's why instead of focusing on learning extra points, be concise, strict to NCERT and clearly see the NCERT, read and understand the word, each and every word of NCERT. See, I told, if the days become hours, the statement will go wrong. Okay. Generally, we say it doesn't matter, it doesn't make much difference. But here, the statement is right or wrong, it goes wrong. So after swarming, within few days, they will die. Then their larvae undergo metamorphosis in the fresh water, and after that they return back to the marine water again. So the examples for cyclostomes, how do you remember the examples of cyclostomes? Means cyclone, if you remember, cyclone, when it comes, it mixes all large particles is the code. What is the code I told? Cyclone mixes all large particles. This is the code. Cyclostomata means cyclone, you have to remember. Now cyclone means cyclostomata. Mixes means mixine. All nothing is there. Large if you go. So large stands for lamprey. And particle stands for petromycin. Now petromycin is also called lamprey only. Okay, and mixine is called as hagfish. The code to memorize cyclostome examples are: cyclone mixes all large particles. Cyclone means cyclostomes. And mixes means mixine, which is called as hagfish. All means leave it. Large. Large means lamprey. Particles means pteromycin. So pteromycin name is also called as lamprey. So with this simple example, so we can memorize the examples of cyclostomes. Take a screenshot, then we will talk about gnathostomata. Now coming to gnathostomata, under that the first class is called PSICES. PSICES means fishes. Study of fishes is called ichthyology. And fishes, you know, they have two-chambered heart. Amphibians have three-chambered heart. Reptiles also have three-chambered heart. Apes and mammals will have four-chambered heart, we will say. Right, coming to fishes, depending upon the skeleton. If the skeleton is made up of cartilage, then they belong to chondrichthyes. If the skeleton is bony, then that's called ostrichthyes, right? So let us see the differences, so it's easy for us to remember chondrichthyes and ostrichthyes. Chondrichthyes are commonly called cartilaginous fishes, and ostrichthyes are called bony fishes. Now cartilage fishes are mainly marine, so they are marine fishes. Whereas bony fishes, they will be in fresh water also, they will be in marine water also, they will be in aquarium also, they will be in brackish water also. Now if you see the diagram of chondrichthyes in Ncert, they have given scalidon, they have given prestige sawfish also. So the mouth is not terminal, mouth is ventral. So in cartilage fishes, mouth is ventral. Whereas in bony fishes, the mouth is terminal at the tip. In labio, in cutla, if you see, mouth is terminal. Here the mouth is ventral. And they are predators. They have very powerful teeth, right? So the scales, you know, are piercing scales. Such scales are called placoid scales. So the body is covered by placoid scales, and teeth are also modified placoid scales which are backwardly directed. So their teeth are very strong and they are predators, right? Now here the body, if you have seen a bony fish, you know, it has cyclic scales. So it's called cycloid scales or ganoid scales or ctenoid scales. So they are not piercing or poking, right? Next one, the number of gill slits which are present in cartilaginous fishes. Cartilaginous fishes will have 5 to 7 pair of gill slits. Cyclostomes will have 6 to 15 pairs. Cyclostomes have 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits. Cartilage fishes have 5 to 7 pair of gill slits. And the last one is bony fishes have only 4 pairs of gill slits, right? Now here the gill slits are not covered by operculum, whereas in bony fishes, right, operculum will be there. Below the operculum, gill slits will be there. So operculum is present, operculum is absent. And in cartilaginous fishes, air bladder is absent. Since air bladder is absent, so to avoid sinking, they should constantly swim. Air bladder is absent. Since it is absent, to avoid sinking to the bottom layers of the water, they should constantly swim. Whereas in bony fishes, we say air bladder is present, so it can take care of buoyancy. Next, in cartilaginous fishes, the male fish at the pelvic fin, it bears claspers to hold the female during copulation. Claspers are present in males in cartilage fishes, they are absent in bony fishes. And in cartilaginous fishes like CEPHALOCHORDATA, the notochord is persistent throughout the life. Point CEPHALOCHORDATA, we wrote that the notochord is persistent throughout the life. The same point is applicable for cartilage fishes also. The notochord is persistent throughout the life. For bony fishes, right, notochord is not persistent throughout the life. And cartilage fishes, they are in marine, so they excrete urea. They are ureotelic because they excrete urea. They excrete ammonia, means they are ammonotelic. Now, coming to these are viviparous, they are oviparous. They are mostly viviparous, giving birth to young ones. They lay eggs, means they are oviparous. Fertilization happens inside. Internal fertilization, fertilization happens outside, that is external fertilization. So these are the differences. The common points for Pisces are they have two chambered heart, one atria and one ventricle. And Pisces are poikidermic, they cannot regulate their body temperature, right? So they are poikidermic, sexes are separate, male and female are separate, and they have two chambered heart. So these points are common. And the points which are different, we have seen it in the tabular form. Now coming to the examples of contractiles, the code to memorize the examples of contractiles is remember PCT and DCT. So you know, right? Nephron has PCT and DCT. So proximal convoluted, distal convoluted. But here it's not proximal and distal convoluted tubule. So P stands for Prestis. C stands for contractiles or cartilage fishes. And T stands for trigon. Now this trigon is a venom fish. It has a tail. With that tail, you know, it injects poison and it kills the fishes. So trigon is called a stingray. D is called as dogfish, Scalidon. And C is called Chachariodon. And this T is torpedo. Torpedo is called electric ray. So with the small example PCT, DCT, we are memorizing the examples of cartilage fishes. P stands for Prestis, that is sawfish, and C stands for cartilaginous fishes, and T stands for trigon, which is called stingray, and D stands for Scalidon, which is dogfish, and C stands for Chachariodon, and T stands for torpedo or electric ray. So these are examples of contractiles. Coming to bony fishes. In bony fishes, we have to see marine fishes, we have to see freshwater fishes, and we have to see aquarium fishes. So the categories for here, I don't have any code. For marine fishes, the examples are Exotus and Hippocampus. Aquarium fishes is Betta and Pterophyllum. And freshwater fishes, Lebio, Rohu, Katla. So we don't have any code for memorizing bony fishes. So coming to marine fishes, Exotus and Hippocampus are the examples. Coming to aquarium fishes, Betta and Pterophyllum are the examples. Now Betta is called as fighting fish and Pterophyllum is called as angel fish. Now coming to freshwater fishes, Lebio, Rohu and Katla are the examples. Take a screenshot, then we will go to the next class, that is amphibia. Now coming to the next super class, Tetrapoda. In Tetrapoda there are 4 classes: Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. Coming to the first class, that is Amphibia. Amphi means dual. Bia or bio means life. Means amphibians have dual life. They can stay in water also, they can stay on land also. That's what the meaning of amphibia. And they have 2 pairs of limbs. Since they're tetrapods, they have 2 pairs of limbs. Body is divided to head and trunk. If you have seen a frog, it has head and it has trunk. Tail is present in some forms, not in all forms. Like buffalo and frog doesn't have tail. So Ichthyophis has tail. So tail is present in some forms, not mandatory. But the body is divided into 2 parts. There is head and trunk. So skin will be moist but without scales, right? So skin is moist because it does cutaneous respiration. Now eyes are covered by eyelids since they are aquatic. Tympanum represents the ear. Now in amphibians, 3 systems will open into a common chamber. What is that? Alimentary system, urinary system and reproductive system. Alimentary means digestive system, urinary system and reproductive system open into a common chamber called cloaca, which opens outside through the exterior anus, right? So they all 1, 2, 3 open into a common chamber called cloaca, which opens outside exteriorly. Now respiration is by gills also. Tadpole larva respires by gills. Respiration is by mouth, brachial respiration. Respiration is by skin, cutaneous respiration. Respiration is by lungs, pulmonary respiration. It does respiration by lungs, by gills, by pharynx, mouth. and skin also. Now in fishes we told heart is 2-chambered. Here we say heart is 3-chambered. 2 auricles and 1 ventricle. So 2 atrias are there. Both of them open into common ventricle. Both of them open into common ventricle. One side oxygenated blood will come and other side deoxygenated blood will come. Since there is only one ventricle, both of them mixes and it becomes mixed blood. The heart of frog pumps mixed blood to all the parts of the body because of the presence of 3-chambered heart. 2 atria and 1 ventricle. To one atria, oxygenated blood, to other atria, deoxygenated blood, and both of them go to a common chamber called ventricle, so where the blood gets mixed up and mixed blood is supplied to all the parts of the body. So 3-chambered heart, and that is called incomplete double circulation. It's closed circulation but incomplete double circulation. Respiration is by 3 things, and 3-chambered heart is present and it's closed circulatory system, and they cannot regulate their body temperature, means they're poikilothermic, they're cold-blooded. That is why they go for hibernation and estivation, summer sleep and winter sleep we say, right? And sexes are separate, male and female are separate. Fertilization is external, they lay their eggs and sperms in the water. So fertilization is external, they lay their gametes outside, means they are oviparous, and indirect development since larval stage is there. So these are the characteristics of amphibians, and the code to remember amphibians means amphibians, when do they reproduce? In rainy season, right? So rain means barish. So barish is the code for amphibians, B-A-R-I-S-H. So B stands for buffo, A is for amphibian, R stands for rana, and E stands for ichthyophis. S stands for salamander, H stands for hyla. So these are the codes for amphibians. So for amphibian, the code what we made is barish, B for buffo, A for amphibian class, and R for rana, I for ichthyophis, and S for salamander, and H for hyla. So these are the characteristics of amphibians. Take a screenshot. Then we will talk about the next class called Reptilia. So the next class is Reptilia. So the Latin meaning of repre or reptum means crawling or creeping. Means reptiles usually they have crawling or creeping mode of locomotion, and most of them are usually terrestrial, and the body has dry cornified skin having epidermal scales and scutes. If you have seen a crocodile, right, it has scales and scutes like that. So Reptilia class, it came from the word repre or reptum, which have crawling or creeping mode of locomotion. They are mostly terrestrial. So in amphibians you told the skin is moist, here you're telling skin is dry, and it is having cornified skin with epidermal scales and scutes. In crocodile skin we can feel it. There is no external ear opening like us, it has just tymphanum which represents the ear. Now limbs, if they are present, they will be in 2 pairs since they are tetrapods, whereas snakes doesn't have limbs. So we are saying a clawed limbs, if they are present, they will be in 2 pairs. And for amphibians, we told 3-chambered heart. For reptiles also it is 3-chambered heart, 2 atria and 1 ventricle, right? So 3-chambered heart, but crocodile is an exception. Under reptile it is having 4-chambered heart. Now coming to body temperature regulation, they can't regulate the temperature. They are cold-blooded animals, means they are poikilothermic. Snakes and lizards, they shed their skin, they shed their scales as skin cast. Now sexes are separate, males and females are separate. Fertilization is internal, fertilization happens inside, they are oviparous, development is direct, right? So these are the characters. Let's just quickly revise it. Reptilia, the word reptilia is derived from a Latin word called repte or reptum, means crawling or creeping, means they have crawling or creeping mode of locomotion. They are mostly terrestrial. Skin is dry, it is having cornified skin, having epidermal scales or scutes. Now snakes and lizards shed their skin, which is called as skin casting, and there is no external ear opening like us. Tymphanum represents the ear. Limbs, if they are present, they will be in 2 pairs. Heart is 3-chambered, but crocodile, it is having 4-chambered heart, and closed circulation of course. Now they cannot regulate their body temperature, means they are cold-blooded, means they are poikilothermic, and sexes are separate, internal fertilization, and they are oviparous, and direct development, no larval stages. Now examples, how to memorize the examples of Reptilia. What's the code I have made here? The code is thanks, we say thank you, like that. Thank, Y convert it into V, U convert it into V. Thank C4 or thank you C4 is the code. THANK, instead of Y we are writing V, C will come 4 times. Now T for tustedo, H for hemidactylus, A is for alligator, THAN, N is for NASA, and K is for crate. Thank you. In that Y converted into V, it comes vipera. C4, C4 means 4 C's we are going to write here. One C for cleon, another C for chameleon, another C for calotus, another C for crocodiles. So with this code we have memorized the names, but what are the common names? That also they ask us. In match the following, one side they'll give the scientific name, other side common name, match they'll ask. So in that, tustedo if you see. So what is tustedo called? Right? So in Reptilia, tustedo means tortoise. Hemidactylus is wall lizard. Alligator means it's alligator only. NASA means it's cobra. Crate means it's bangerous. Vipera means viper only. And in 4 C's, cleon is turtle. Tustedo is tortoise. Cleon is turtle. Another C, chameleon. In NCERT, they have given the diagram of chameleon which is on the tree. Remember, it is tree lizard. Hemidactylus is wall lizard. Now next one, C is for calotus. Calotus means it is garden lizard. And crocodilus means crocodile. So these are the examples of reptiles. So the code what we made is thank you C4. Take a screenshot, then we will go to the next class, AVES. Now the next class is AVES. AVES means they are birds. Now all of us know that the birds, they are covered by feathers. So presence of feathers. So presence of feathers make them light and they help them for their flight, right? So all the birds usually fly except flightless birds. Example for a flightless bird is ostrich. Ostrich scientific name is Tutio, right? And since they come under the superclass Tetrapoda, they have 2 pairs of limbs. 4 limbs are modified for flight, which they are called as wings. Whereas hind limbs are used for walking, they can be used for swimming, or they can be used for clasping to the tree or the branches, we can say. Now the skin is dry. Bird's skin is dry and it doesn't have any glands, except one gland is there which is called preen gland or oil gland, which is present at the base of the tail. You might have seen that birds, with their beak, they go near to their tail and they prick the preen gland, they get oil and they use that oil to lubricate the feathers. So only it has one gland, that is preen gland, which is at the base of the tail, not at the tip of the tail. It is used for lubricating the feathers. Digestive system, it has 2 additional chambers, that is crop and gizzard. Now heart is 4-chambered. For reptiles and for amphibians 3-chambered we told. Here it is 4-chambered, means there is no mixing of the blood. Complete impure blood one side and pure blood another side. So complete 4-chambered heart is present. And for amphibians, reptiles and the fishes we told they are poikilothermic. They cannot regulate their body temperature, they are cold-blooded. But here we are saying they are warm-blooded, they are homeothermal. If they are warm-blooded, they are homeothermal, we can regulate their body temperature. Respiration is by lungs. And air sacs are also there which are connected to lungs, which help them with supplement in flying. So I've seen one question there, they are asking, right? Air sacs are connected to lungs or to alveoli or to trachea or to pharynx, they are asking. You can remember that they are having air sacs, but you should be very keen that air sacs are connected to alveoli, they are connected to lungs, and they are meant for main respiration, they are supplementing the respiration. Lungs will do main respiration and supplemented by air sacs which are connected to lungs. Keep this point in mind. And sexes are separate. Male bird and female bird are separate, and they are oviparous. Fertilization is inside itself. Development is direct, involving no larval stage. Now let's summarize the characters of aves. Aves means they are birds. So birds means they fly. So that means they have feathers. Most of them will fly except flightless birds are there. Example is ostrich, which is called Stutio. The 4 limbs are modified into wings, which are meant for flying, and hind limbs are for walking, are for swimming, and to clasping to the tree branches. Skin is dry without any glands. It has only one gland at the base of the tail, which is called oil gland. Now endoskeleton is ossified. Its skeleton is bony, but the bones, the long bones, are hollow. They have air cavities. They are called pneumatic bones, which help them to feel light so that they can fly. The long bones have air cavities, they are hollow, which are called pneumatic bones, and the complete skeleton, endoskeleton, is ossified. Digestive system has 2 additional chambers. This is PYQ. The 2 additional chambers are called crop and gizzard. Heart is complete 4 chambered, means pure blood and impure blood don't mix at all, means complete double circulation. And they are warm blooded, means they are homeothermal. Respiration is by lungs. They have air sacs which are connected to lungs which supplement respiration. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. They are egg laying, so oviparous, and development is direct. Now, what's the code to memorize the examples of AVES? The code which I have made is Sita ne Shruti ko Coca-Cola pilaya. Sita ne Shruti ko Coca-Cola pilaya. With this small code, we can write on all the examples of AVES. Sita means Psittacula. Psittacula means it is parrot. Neophron means vulture. Strutio means ostrich. Flightless bird. Co means corvus, means it is crow. Coca-Cola, cola means columba, which is pigeon. And pilaya, with this penguin should come. Pavo should come. Pavo is peacock. Penguin is penguin only. Okay, penguin is called as actinoditis, right? So what is the other name of penguin? It's called actinoditis. So with the small code, Sita ne Shruti ko Coca-Cola pilaya. Sita means Psittacula, ne means neophron, Shruti means strutio, which is ostrich, co means corvus, Coca-Cola means columba, pilaya means penguin, and pavo. Penguin scientific name is actinoditis. Pavo means it is peacock. Take a screenshot, then we'll go to the last class, that is Mammalia. So the last class is Mammalia. It's an advanced class, highest class. Human belongs to the class Mammalia itself. Now these mammals, they have a variety of habitats. So they are found in polar ice caps, they are found in deserts, mountains, forest, grassland, and dark caves also. So they have adaptations to be in water, to be on land, to fly in air. Now the unique feature of mammals is presence of mammary glands, milk producing mammary glands, which is helping for nourishment of the young ones. So they have 2 pairs of limbs. They are adapted for running, walking, climbing, burrowing, swimming, and flying for all purposes, because they are in variety of habitats. Now another feature is skin is unique because it contains hair, and external ear opening is there, and pinna is also there. We have different types of teeth embedded inside the jaws. Heart is complete, it is having 4 chambers, so there is no mixing of the blood, and it is closed circulation. We are warm blooded, means we can regulate our body temperature. Respiration happens through lungs. Sexes are separate, male and females are separate. Fertilization happens inside the body, internal fertilization. And they are viviparous. Mammals are viviparous with few exceptions like Ornithorhynchus, platypus. It is egg-laying mammal, right? And development is direct. It doesn't have any larval stages. And the examples of Mammalia, it's very easy, right? Elephant, camel, lion, tiger. Then they have given dog, cat, man, and Macropus means kangaroo. They have given macaca means monkey. They have given, and Balenoptera means blue whale. Ornithorhynchus means it is duck-billed platypus. So all these are the examples. So for mammals, I don't think that code is required, because we have seen so many mammals and we have come across through that in the first chapter, that is living world also. Now let's just summarize the advanced class, that is Mammalia, which is the last class of this tetrapods. Mammals, they stay in variety of habitats. So all these habitats, they are there. They have adaptations to fly in air. They have adaptations to stay in water and on land also. The unique feature, if they ask you of mammals, it's possessing mammary glands, milk producing glands, which will nourish the young ones. And they are having 2 pairs of limbs adapted for various purposes. The skin is unique because it has hair. External ear has an opening and it has pinna also. Different types of teeth are embedded inside the jaws. Heart is having complete 4 chambers. It is closed circulation. There is no mixing of the blood. Respiration is by lungs. Body temperature can be regulated. Warm-blooded means they are homeothermals. Sexes are separate. Male and female are separate. Sexual dimorphism is there. Fertilization is internal and they are viviparous with few exceptions. I told that's platypus. It is egg-laying mammal. The next one, direct development, it doesn't involve any larval stages. And examples are common, right? Camel we can write, elephas means elephant we can write, macaca means monkey we can write. And then Panthera leo means lion, Panthera tigris means tiger. Then Macropus means kangaroo, Balænoptera means blue whale. All these are the examples. Homo sapien means man, Felis catus means cat, Felis catus, and next one is dog is called as canis, ratus is called as rat. These are the examples. So I think with this class we can easily memorize the chordate classes, right? Chordates are divided into we have divided chordates into two types. What are the two types? Whether they have chordates are divided into three types. The one which is having notochord only in the tail, EUROCHORDATA, the one which is having throughout, CEPHALOCHORDATA, and the third one is VERTEBRATA. EUROCHORDATA, CEPHALOCHORDATA are called as protochordates, right? For EUROCHORDATA, what's the code we made? USA currency is dollar, that's the code we made. For CEPHALOCHORDATA, cephalo means brain, means brachistoma will come, and CEPHALOCHORDATA is between EUROCHORDATA and VERTEBRATA. Between means amphi means amphioxus, landslets will come. So next one is VERTEBRATA. VERTEBRATA is divided to AGNATHA and GNATHOSTOMATA. Under AGNATHA we have cyclostomes. For cyclostomes we made like cyclone. When it comes, it mixes all huge particles. Cyclone means cyclostomata. Cyclone mixes means mixine. Large means lamprey. Particles means pteromycin. These are the examples. Now coming to PSICES. In PSICES we have chondrichthyes and ostricthyes. For chondrichthyes we made the code PCT and DCT, right? And for ostricthyes, what's the code we made? For ostricthyes, we just remembered like that, hippocampus and exotus, like that we remembered. And coming to the tetrapods, under tetrapods, we have the first class is amphibia. For amphibia, I gave a code called BARISH, right? BARISH. B for buffo, A for amphibia, R for rana, I for ichthyophis, S for salamander, and SH for hyla. Now coming to the second class, what is the second class after that? Amphibia and reptilia. For reptilia, what is the code we made? For reptilia, we made the code like thank you. We are changing it to V, and C4 is the code we made, right? And the third class is aves. So aves means birds. For birds, what is the code we made? Shruti ne, Sita ne Shruti ko, Coca-Cola pilaya. With that we memorized. And the last class is mammalia. So I think these tricks will help you to easily memorize the kingdom, animal kingdom. Thank you.